Good morning, Centurions, on this chilly Saturday morning here in South Mississippi. Hopefully it's not chilly where you're at, but it probably is if you're here in the States, because pretty much every state has been affected by these winter storms. But I'm here today to drop some news that just came out on Friday from Hasbro from the Pulse channel there on YouTube. They finally revealed their Marvel Legends Supervillains 2021 line with the Build-A-Figure Xenmu. Some crazy stuff. It will feature some potentially highly sought-after characters, some very unknown characters, and like I said, this Build-A-Figure of Xenmu came out of nowhere. So let's break it down in these next few little segments. Alright, starting off, we have somebody that you should all know if you've seen the Doctor Strange movie. He's the big bad at the end, Dormammu. Now, he's also very popular there in the Mystic comics as well. But like I said, he's best known as Doctor Strange's, one of his main villains. This is a more comic, like the classic comic styling on the figure instead of the Build-A-Figure that we got with the Doctor Strange Marvel Legends line around the time that the movie came out. I like the look of it. It has the funky shoulder pads coming up. It has the classic purple and red coloration. The headpiece looks like it's containing his flame energy to make his face. And he is a cosmic entity who wields immense mystical powers throughout the planes of existence. He comes with 2 extra left and right hands, 2 pieces of flame energy that spiral around his hands, and he also comes with the left arm of the Xenmu Build-A-Figure. We got some classic Red Skull action on tap next, and I am super pumped about this Red Skull figure because he is bringing it way back with this version. Hasbro knocked it out of the park with this one. He has the old green costume a la the 1940s, fighting good old Captain America in World War II. Funny part though is the outfit kind of looks like a green sweatpants and sweatshirt combination. It's kind of funny looking, but it's crazy. It should be a good addition to the Legion. He will come with 2 head sculpts, one grinning all sadistic, like, yeah, I got you, Cap. What now? Cosmic Cube, motherfucker. And then the other one just kind of has like this quietly angry, like, I've been beat. Dang it, Captain America, curse you. He will also have 2 extra left and right hands, as well as 2 accessories, one of them being a Hydra submachine gun, the other being the stated Cosmic Cube from earlier. Gotcha, Cap. Lastly, the Red Skull will come with Xenmu's head as his Build-A-Figure part. Alright, next up, we kind of have another little, like, lesser-known character here. We have Ames, which is the Advanced Idea Mechanics, if you know from the comics. Scientist Supreme. He's brilliant and diabolical. He leads the rest of the Ames scientists to try to conquer the world. I really don't know too much else about him. It kind of surprised me that he was even in this line, because I know they've had Ames scientists in like the smaller 3 1/4 scale. But still cool nonetheless. This figure shows him in a scientist suit with the big stupid head thing. And it's done nicely in gold and black. It has the blue highlights on the helm for the visor, the chest, which has the logo, and then his belt. And it's a nice touch. He also comes with this like translucent, like hologram kind of clipboard, you know, where he could do all his data for his scientist stuff. And he comes with Xenmu's right arm Build-A-Figure piece. Throwing back old school again, we have another little lesser known villain, Arcade. Now, his real claim to fame was the Spider-Man or the X-Men game that came out in the 90s called Arcade's Revenge. I don't know if y'all remember that or not. It was an interesting game. He is a brilliant assassin with a penchant for playing games with his targets, kind of like the Riddler, but without the riddles. He is decked out in his trademark white suit, polka dot bow tie. I'm getting all choked up because I'm so excited about this. He's a crazy little character. He comes with an alternate head featuring longer hair and a grinning portrait. He also has his trademark cane with the gem topper. And he has the right leg for Xenmu as his Build-A-Figure piece. One of my favorites from this set has to be this Lady Deathstrike figure. I've always wanted the old Toy Biz Marvel Legends figure of her and wondered if they were ever going to do a remake of her. You know, in the more modern Hasbro Marvel Legends line. Well, they did, and she looks great. Let me tell you about this because she has the paint, the sculpt, everything right out of the comics. It's on point. Yuriko has never looked as good since that Marvel Legends Toy Biz figure back in the day. The only thing I wish that this figure had that one did is the longer claws. That is a staple of her character, and they can kind of grow out and everything because she's cybernetic and whatnot. But they also had the nice little touches with the cybernetic paint on her chest and her arms and various parts of her body. She will look great in the Legion, paired up with some Wolverine action, maybe in a dynamic fight scene. Who knows? But she only comes with just the Xenmu Build-A-Figure piece for his chest. The Hood is the next figure on tap, and I can tell you this, he is such a lesser-known villain that I don't really know a whole lot about him other than he's a major criminal underworld boss. Doing a little research there, his name is Parker Robbins, and he was a petty thief until he gained a mystical cloak from an encounter with a demon. He can use different demonic powers through the cape and can shoot mystical bullets from his guns. It's kind of an odd-looking figure, as it's mainly just kind of a screaming guy going with a red cloak. And it seems like the cloak, to me, doesn't fit all that well on that figure. I mean, it looks cool, but it just doesn't fit all that well. It seems like it's riding a little high. I'll find a spot for him somewhere in the Legion, but he does come with 2 guns and 2 mystical bullets that can be attached to the gun, so it looks like he's shooting them. And he also has Xenmu's left leg. Lastly, we also have the other favorite figure from this line. We have the Secret Wars 2015 Battle World, Dr. Doom. Yeah, this figure comes straight out of the series from 2015, in which Doom has the power of the Beyonders after an epic battle, where it saw him, Reed Richards, and the Molecule Man defeat the Beyonders. He's essentially a god who creates the battle world from various fragments of the leftover worlds from the different universes that were all colliding in the Secret Wars series. And it recreates one of the sickest moments from that comic where Thanos basically comes up to him and is like, "Hey, Doom, you ain't nothing. You can't kill me. I laugh in your face. Ha ha." And then Doom goes, "Boom! I pull your spine out of your body, bitch." And then Thanos like crumbles to dust. His skull is on the spine, just kind of going like, "Oh, I don't know what happened. Oh shit." And it's so crazy looking in the comic. I mean, I think they give it a big old panel, and it's just, I love that scene. It's one of the craziest things. Even my kitty's getting all psyched up about it. But he's got the white cloak, the white accents showing his godlike status. And he is the extra figure in this group. So he has no Build-A-Figure pieces, and he makes the total of figures in this group to 7 if you don't include the Build-A-Figure, which would actually make it 8. But to me, he's a must-have. He does come with 3 extra hands, his revolver, which will sit inside of his pouch, and he also has the Thanos spine that has an articulated jaw, so you can move it up and down and go, huh, huh, to give it that special surprise look, straight from the comics. Super pumped up about him. All right, so let's talk about the Build-A-Figure for this set. It is Xenmu, and he's an interesting choice because he's kind of a lesser-known Hulk enemy from back in the day. Until recently, during the latest run of the Immortal Hulk, which has been great, by the way. I extremely recommend you checking it out if you can. Xenmu made his return, and he made everyone kind of believe through his persuasion and telepathic powers that he was actually the true Hulk and that the Immortal Hulk was an imposter. He made everyone kind of see this mental image of him in this like children's TV show, like whenever they were kids and stuff, which was pretty cool, and it was a good arc of the story. Basically, the breakdown on Xenmu is he's an alien, and like I said, he uses his telepathy and high persuasion to affect people's minds and things. He's a very smooth talker. He's kind of like a robotic sort of creature. He can repair himself. But his coolest feature is kind of how he eats. And even though he's kind of like an android thing, you wouldn't think he'd have to eat, but he does. And he's shown in the comic, like where his belt is, it opens up and it's like this giant spinning maw of fucking gears and teeth and all this metal. It's just some of the sickest visual that you could have in this comic. And it's really crazy. Like he gets Dario Agger's butler and like fucking puts him in there and just and there he goes, dead. And Dario Agger's just kind of like, oh well, I'll get another one. And you know, as a Build-A-Figure, I'm pretty sure he's probably going to stand as tall as the Hulk to be kind of in scale with him. And he looks dead on to his comic counterpart, even from having the metal kind of dome on his head. I guess it accentuates his powers. He should be a nice collection, or nice addition, my bad, to my growing Hulk collection. See, I'm all tongue-tied here talking about Xenmu. These figures are all going to be up for pre-order right now, in certain places only. They haven't come on Amazon yet. I checked just recently. I know they are on Toy Wiz and some other places like Big Boys Toys and some other places. And they have an August estimated release date. From that same Hasbro Pulse episode, we had some other news regarding some Walgreens exclusives Marvel Legend figures. There was 2 of them that they showed coming out, one in spring, one in summer. First up was Richard Rider, aka Nova. He is a nicely done figure. He comes with the floating Nova helm, which I want to say was the Unimind, or it was like the Nova Prime Hive Mind in the comics. Something like that. I don't really remember. I've only vaguely read that piece. But it helped him to get his full powers back. And it has, like I said, this head to display on its own stand. And he also comes with 2 extra hands. And he's due out around April or May of 2021. Next up, we got to see Quasar. This is the Wendell Vaughn version. Not the female version from Annihilation. He's a great looking figure. He comes with a like cape that kind of looks like space, so it has like that kind of black with the stars, and it looks pretty cool from the pictures they showed. He's very different from his earlier 3 1/4 scale, or 3 3/4, 3.75 inch scale that they had out for Marvel Legends, I think a couple of years ago. He's due out around June. Not sure if I'm going to get either of those 2 figures. I may not. It depends on whether or not I can find them. But I'm definitely going to be pre-ordering the Xenmu Build-A-Figure Supervillains line. I'll probably be doing it this morning. And if any of that interests you, I highly suggest you do it as well before they start getting to where they don't have the quantities and all this stuff. I thought about waiting until Amazon got it, but I think I'm going to go ahead and pre-order it now from Toy Biz. You can get all 7 figures for like $160 something. It's just not bad. 7 figures, so not bad at all. I think they're listing them at $24.99 a piece, when they should just retail at $20 a piece. So not bad, a little more of a markup, but it's worth it, I guess, to go ahead and get them reserved for that August release. I will leave you with this and go ahead and get on to the next breaking news story that I'll have coming up just in a little bit. And Prime is out, buddy.